All right, so let's talk about the best essential oils to naturally balance out your hormones. And this is critical for both men and women. I would estimate that probably close to 70% of men and women have some sort of hormonal imbalance today. And whether that's women struggling with infertility or PMS issues or any other sort of hormone-related condition, high estrogen levels is very, very common. Thyroid issues, adrenal issues, those are very common conditions today. And in men, similar thing. Many of those conditions, along with low testosterone, is very common. So we have an epidemic today of hormone-related issues that we're struggling with, I know, in the U.S., along with many other countries around the world. So let me go over my top 5 essential oils for naturally balancing out your hormones. And starting off, number 1 is clary sage oil. Sage oil is used to help naturally balance out estrogen levels. So if you have excess estrogen or too low of estrogen in your body, clary sage has been shown to help balance out those estrogen levels. And so simply you can take a couple drops of clary sage, rub it on your neck, or even using it as a shampoo. It actually helps thicken your hair as well, just kind of a side note. But clary sage is one of the best essential oils for balancing out if you have any issue with imbalanced estrogen levels. Now, my next oil, which is one of my favorite, one of the more rare oils out there, not a lot of people use, but has amazing benefits, is thyme essential oil. That's THYME, thyme essential oil. And thyme oil has been shown to naturally help support progesterone levels. So again, a lot of women especially have high estrogen, low progesterone, especially in their younger years, 20s through 30s. And what happens is when you have high estrogen, low progesterone, it causes issues. Again, one of the main causes of things like polycystic ovary syndrome, infertility, and a number of other hormone imbalance issues. So thyme oil is known as a progesterone, so support your body's internal organs at progesterone production. Now, this is also actually an issue for many men today. They tend to also have lower progesterone levels, and again, this really helps it. And just as a blend, you can do another oil with it called evening primrose oil or borage oil. They contain a fatty acid called GLA. But doing those together, you can take evening primrose oil and thyme oil. And thyme oil, I typically you just do topically or diffuse it on your body. Evening primrose oil, you do internally. But again, very, very beneficial at raising or helping naturally balance out those levels of progesterone. My next essential oil, and this is for both men and women, but especially for the guys, is sandalwood oil. We know sandalwood oil has been used and actually documented in India, using it for improving libido. But the reason why it works like that is it's very good at balancing out testosterone levels. So if men struggle with low testosterone issues or any sort of issue with human growth hormone, sandalwood oil is one of the best essential oils to use for that purpose. And again, sandalwood oil has many other benefits. If you look up sandalwood oil, the benefits for the skin, the benefits for longevity and health, it's an amazing oil. But sandalwood oil specifically for balancing out testosterone levels is key. Now, I want to throw this in there. When you read about essential oils or certain types of plant-based medicine, many of them act by not causing necessarily hormones to go up or down, but to causing them to go to where they need to be. For instance, many herbs that work as adaptogens. For instance, there's an herb called ashwagandha, and it's been studied to where sometimes it helps your thyroid hormones go up, and sometimes it helps certain ones go down. It really helps your body just balance itself. And these oils, most of them work in a very similar fashion. My number 4 essential oil you should consider using is vetiver oil for hormones. Now, vetiver oil acts directly on your nerve system and works by reducing stress on the body. So if you're struggling with a lot of stress and anxiety and any of those types of issues, vetiver oil is one of the best, and specifically when we're talking about neurological issues, whether it be dementia, any sort of tic or tremor, nervousness, anxiety. But vetiver oil works very well for that, as does actually lavender and chamomile oil. are two others you may consider using there for hormones if it's really related directly to stress, which for many people it is. And my last essential oil, but not my least for hormones, is frankincense oil. Frankincense oil is great for immune issues. Sometimes if your immune system gets off balance or if you have an autoimmune disease, that can also drive your hormones in the wrong direction. Frankincense oil works very effectively at balancing out and working with your immune system. And for that reason, if you have a thyroid issue, like thyroid inflammation or inflammation of your reproductive system, you can just take a few drops of frankincense oil, rub it on the thyroid, or rub it directly on the area of your reproductive organs. And frankincense oil is very gentle, but very balancing to the body and your immune system, which in turn is good for hormones. So anyways, if you have hormone imbalance, I highly suggest you using a combination of those oils or even a single blend or a single oil to naturally balance out your hormones.